The English Civil War, 1642-1651, was a transformative period that fundamentally altered the nation's political, social, and cultural landscape. After years of bloody conflict between the royalists and parliamentarians, England emerged as a republic, embarking on a bold and uncertain experiment in governance without a monarch. The execution of King Charles III on January 30th, 1649, was a watershed moment. It marked the first time a reigning monarch had been tried and executed by his own subjects. The trial and execution were intended to assert the supremacy of parliamentary authority and the rule of law over the divine right of kings. However, it also left a power vacuum and a nation grappling with the question of how to govern without a king. In the immediate aftermath of Charles's execution, the Rump Parliament, a remnant of the Long Parliament purge of royalist sympathizers, declared England a republic. Known as the Commonwealth of England, this new government sought to establish a political system based on parliamentary sovereignty and republican principles. However, the Rump Parliament struggled with internal divisions, legitimacy issues, and the challenges of ruling a deeply divided country. The Rump Parliament abolished both the monarchy and the House of Lords, concentrating power in the House of Commons. This radical restructuring aimed to create a more egalitarian and representative government, although in practice it often led to accusations of authoritarianism and corruption. Oliver Cromwell, a key military leader during the Civil War and a devout Puritan, emerged as a dominant figure in the new republic. His leadership of the new model army and his role in securing victory for the parliamentarians had earned him significant influence and respect. By 1653, Cromwell became increasingly frustrated with the Rump Parliament's inability to govern effectively and dissolved it by force. In December 1653, Cromwell was appointed Lord Protector under the Instrument of Government, the first written constitution in English history. This document established the Protectorate, a republican government with Cromwell at its head. The Protectorate aimed to provide stability and reform, balancing the need for strong leadership with efforts to uphold parliamentary principles. Cromwell's rule was characterized by his efforts to implement Puritan moral reforms. His military campaigns in Ireland and Scotland, and his attempts to navigate the complex political landscape of post-Civil War England. His government promoted religious toleration for Protestant sects, although it was less tolerant of Catholics and other dissenters. Cromwell's foreign policy focused on asserting England's power and protecting Protestant interests abroad. Despite Cromwell's efforts, the Protectorate faced significant challenges. Economic hardships, including high taxes and trade disruptions, fueled public discontent. Social unrest, driven by dissatisfaction with Puritan moral codes and restrictions, Cromwell's authoritarian tendencies, and the continued existence of political and religious factions made governing difficult. Royalists, Levellers, and other groups opposed his rule for various reasons, from demands for greater political rights to calls for the restoration of the monarchy. Oliver Cromwell's death in September 1658 created a leadership vacuum. His son Richard Cromwell succeeded him as Lord Protector, but lacked the political skill and military support to maintain control. Richard's inability to govern effectively led to his, amidst the political chaos, General George Monk, a key military leader, emerged as a crucial figure. Recognizing the need for stability and the growing desire for a return to traditional governance, Monk marched his army from Scotland to London in early 1660. he played a pivotal role in facilitating negotiations between various political factions and Parliament. In May 1660, the Convention Parliament invited Charles, son of the executed Charles I, to return to England and reclaim the throne. This event, known as the Restoration, marked the end of the Commonwealth and Protectorate and the re-establishment of the monarchy. Charles II's return was greeted with widespread jubilation, as many hoped for a return to stability and normalcy. The Restoration did not simply restore the old order. The years of conflict and Republican experiment had fundamentally altered the relationship between the monarchy and Parliament. While Charles II ruled as a king, his powers were more constrained, and Parliament emerged as a more assertive and central institution in English governance. Religious tensions persisted after the Restoration. Charles II's reign saw ongoing conflicts between Anglicans, Puritans, Catholics, and other religious groups. The Clarendon Code, a series of laws aimed at enforcing religious uniformity, and the Test Acts, which excluded Catholics from public office, reflected the continued struggle over religious control and toleration. The English Civil War and its aftermath had profound and lasting effects. The conflict and the subsequent Republican experiment challenged the divine right of kings and established the principle that monarchs could be held accountable to their subjects. The evolution of parliamentary power during this period laid the groundwork for the constitutional monarchy that would develop in the following centuries. England, after the Civil War, was a nation transformed. The struggle between monarchy and parliament, between different visions of religious and political order, had reshaped the country's institutions and ideas. The legacy of this period is seen in the enduring principles of constitutionalism, representative government, and the rule of law that continue to define British political life. The English Civil War and its aftermath serve as a powerful reminder of the complexities of governance and the constant negotiation between authority and liberty. The lessons learned during this turbulent period continue to resonate, offering insights into the challenges and possibilities of creating a just and stable society.